What's up, guys, and welcome to the finale of the Countdown to Ultimate series, the series where we 100% complete Smash 4 single player and the challenge board. Guys, we finally did it. We've made it to the end of this. And Classic wasn't that bad. Seriously, but look at this. We did it with everyone. Every single character, at least on 7.0 or above, has been completed. Every single one. We've gotten through with it all. Oh my goodness. Well, Meta Knight has a weird thing going on there because I guess I got a higher score with him on 6.4 than I did on 7, but rest assured I did it on 7 because I got the achievement for it. And you all saw me do it. Well, the challenge, achievement, whatever you want to say. But everyone else, it's done. It has been completed. We are almost there. We literally only have 2 characters left to do. Even though by this point it's technically 1, because I did Sonic on my own time. But, you know, Bayonetta's there. And then I'm going to redo Sonic for this episode. As, you know, have I done with every other character. This video series was, even though I could have just done the characters I needed to do, I felt like, why not? It's so much of a small number that I've done Classic and All-Star with them already. Like, All-Star I've only done with Sheik before I did this series. In Classic mode, I did maybe 5 or 6 times beforehand, so I'm just like, why not? I'll just do it with everyone again. And to start off with this episode, we are going to do Bayonetta, because the achievements don't count for her, and so I want the achievements to be the last thing we see. And so, we shall be ending it off with Sonic. And I guess, in essence, these are my 2 favorite characters that are in Smash, I guess I could say. Even if they're not necessarily my favorite to play, because I mean I haven't touched Sonic in a long time before this actually, and you'll see it in my gameplay. But and I guess one step at a time, because with Bayonetta over here, it basically ended up as, well, I mean, for one thing, I voted for her, so you can hate me all you want for voting for her if you hate the character that much. But basically, let me see, Bayonetta came out in 2010, and I played the demo around that time because I was 12 years old around that time. I was an impressionable teenager, and so I'm like, I was curious about this game, so I thought it would be like some sort of like action RPG from the name alone, and then I played the game and it won over my 12-year-old self because of the nature of it. But it wouldn't be until a year later, when I was 13, that I would be able to pick it up. Because you know, obviously minor, they won't sell me a mature rated game. But then I went into GameStop with someone who was of age, and they didn't question it, and so I just walked out with it. And so, I got the game. And so I played it, and I just fell in love with it right then. I mean, I was in love with it from the demo, but, you know, just the gameplay itself. And then of course it won 13, 14-year-old me over, just because of the nature of the game. But then as time went on, I went to appreciate the gameplay more and more than what was just on the surface. And then Bayonetta 2 was announced 2013, was it? I think 2013 was when Bayonetta 2 was announced at E3. And I already had a Wii U by that point, and I'm just like, wow. I mean, 4 years and the game's getting a sequel. Which I guess isn't that unheard of for games to get sequeled unless they're like a yearly release sort of thing. But, you know, I didn't know of Platinum Games before then. Bayonetta was my introduction to Platinum. Even though I had heard of Mad World, I didn't know that it was them for a long time. They also had some sort of like RPG on the DS, which a lot of people say isn't that good. And I think I have most other Platinum games at this point. The only other ones that I would want to get that I don't have is that Transformers game. And what else am I missing? And Nier Automata. I forget what the name of the Transformers game was that Platinum made. But then Nier Automata is the other one that I want to play. But then Bayonetta 2 was also kind of a similar situation, where I kind of had to sneak it, kind of, from my parents. But, you know, I bought that, not exactly launch day because I had to wait for an opportunity, but it was launch month for sure. and Bayonetta 2 is even better than the first, so... Oh boy, I love those games. And, I mean, with the Game Awards coming tonight, I only hope that we get at least some more news of Bayonetta 3, because that's where it got announced last time. Well, last year is where Bayonetta 3 got announced at the Game Awards, also the ports to Switch, which, I mean, I was happy for both, where I was just like, I mean, the ports, I was just like that was in my mood where I was like, oh my god, another Wii U port, but I was happy to see it because I'm like, oh my god, people can finally play this game. Because I know people who bought a Wii U specifically for Bayonetta 2, like, they were literally just like, I want this game, and I want to buy the Wii U for it. And they were happy they did, because they literally said that the Wii U can literally just be a Bayonetta 2 machine, and they'll think it's worth the purchase. But, and it helps that it came with the first game as well. But, and then I bought the ports for Switch, because, you know, if I want to play them again, they just run better on the Switch than they do on the Wii U, but I also want to play them anywhere I want. Yeah, I got that, and, you know, I was excited to see them, but then I was screaming my head off when Bayonetta 3 got revealed. And so tonight, I mean, at the time of this recording, it's tonight. By the time this gets uploaded, it'll probably be Friday. But hopefully tonight we see more of Bayonetta 3. Hopefully we see something at least, even if it's just a CG cutscene of, like, a story overview and no gameplay, I'd be fine. I just want to see Bayonetta's new design. And hopefully they don't go back to the Bayo 1 design, because... I mean, I have nothing against the Bayo 1 design, it's just that the blue... that the blue aesthetic of Bayonetta 2, I think, works better. But then, I mean, usually, I mean, this is just a preference thing for me, but I usually like longer hair. Because, like, even with some of my friends, where it's like, there was a frame of, like, 2 years ago or something like that, where everybody was just getting their hair cut. Because it went from, like, past their shoulders almost to their waist to, like, slightly above their shoulders. And, I mean, I don't know, like, it's just something that I miss, because for some reason just looking at longer hair is just really pretty to me, especially if it's wavy hair. Like, wavy brown hair, oh my god, that's my weakness. That is literally my one beauty weakness. It's just so mesmerizing to look at. But anyways, Bayonetta 1, the beehive wasn't doing it for me. I don't know what it was, I think it was... I mean, everything else about her looked fine, it's just that the beehive kind of looked a bit off for me, I don't know why. And then Bayonetta's the one instance where I'm like, okay, the shorter hair, she pulls it off extremely well. However, if she had... I mean, I was about to say that it was something that I had thought about, where what if Bayo 3 had it to where her hair is down? Or at least it's slightly longer? Oh, my eyes are watering up, I'm sorry. Whew. Okay, but then I read in an interview that the reason why Bayo's hair wasn't down at all in the first game was because, I mean, I think the reasoning was something along the lines of they wanted you to be able to look at Bayonetta's body. Like, basically that was the reasoning for it, and the hair covered up a lot of that. However, the concept was still in the game as part of Bayonetta's, like, Ultra form, I guess? I don't remember what it's called. I guess Umbran Climax is one way to call it, but basically when she lets her hair down, her powers basically become unlocked. It reminds me of, like, Shadow, where when Shadow removes his little, like, inhibitor rings, his chaos powers become, like, extra powerful, because I guess they're holding him back, because if he exerts too much power, he passes out or something. I forget how Sonic X explained it. But it basically reminded me of that, where her powers become unlocked when she lets her hair down, because the hair is where she... No, the hair isn't exactly her power. It's not Samson or anything, but... what am I thinking of? It's like her conduit to summon demons and stuff. And it's also her outfit. So, I mean, in case you didn't know that, because when you're doing smash attacks in this game, or whenever you summon anything in Bayonetta, the thing is that she has to use hair for that. And the hair is her outfit, so the hair kind of has to come from somewhere. And that's why it looks like she gets more and more naked as she summons bigger and bigger things. Like, whenever I do smash attacks, you could notice that. You might notice that here, whenever I do a smash attack, but... basically... Oh, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, the skin that I'm using, I guess, is that... That's the blue Bayonetta 2 that I was talking about, the one that I made. because I thought it would just look better with the blue aesthetic. And I think it came out really well. I had to do pixel by pixel editing just to get the textures to look really good. It took forever, but I'm really happy with the result. And I want to paint the Bayonetta amiibo with that, because that trophy, that's what the amiibo I have looks like. And I want to paint that blue. What else was it going to say about Bayonetta? I mean, Bayonetta 3, I guess, if she had slightly longer hair, maybe that went to her, like, slightly past her shoulders or something, that would be kind of nice. I mean, I'm just wondering what they would do, because, and for the color aesthetic, they basically only had two choices. It was either green, because they were either going to do two choices, go with the theme of RGB, like the 3 colors of light, because they did red and blue, so we need green, or combine red and blue and get purple. And from the looks of it, they're going with purple, and I'm glad they went with purple, because that one looks really, really nice. I don't know if it'll replace the blue for me, because I think the blue looks much better than the red. It just pops a lot more, but I don't know, the purple is seemingly to look really nice. But in the teaser trailer, and I assume it's just because it was a teaser trailer, because Bayonetta 3 technically didn't start development until about a month after the reveal, a month or two after. But just seeing the teaser trailer and Bayo having her Bayo 1 design, I hope that doesn't stay. I mean, I'll live with it if it's there. It's just that I much prefer the Bayo 2 design, but I would also like to see something new, you know? I would like to see a new design. You know, I want to see what they come up with. It's going to be purple. I want to see what different hair, what different outfit. You know, it would look great. So Bayonetta's All-Star was a lot of fun to do, because in classic mode, the enemies kind of get launched too far, so her combos don't work. And basically, as long as you do Bayo things, like All-Star isn't really that difficult. And she has no character challenge because she is DLC. And you get a ton of trophies for buying her. I mean, you get the Bayonetta Alt trophy, you get the Jean trophy, you get Rodin, and you get Cereza. I think you get Luca as well. You don't get Enzo, unfortunately. Which I think that was one of the things that helped me fall in love when I actually got the full game of Bayonetta, because the demo starts you off on Chapter 1, when you're on the train. And I remember it actually took me a little bit to get into at first, because I remember thinking like, huh, this is kind of slow. But then, like, after I played the demo for the first time, I'm like, you know, let me try that again, now that I know what I'm doing. And I'm not exploring aimlessly for whatever could come up. But, you know, once I actually got to the enemies and I knew what I was doing, that's when I fell in love with the gameplay. Because, I mean, I was too young to grow up with God of War or Devil May Cry, so this was my first exposure to that kind of genre that wasn't Kingdom Hearts. But, you know, it was just amazing right then and there, and I fell in love with it. And also the voice mod for Bayo 1 Bayonetta is Japanese, in case you're wondering if it sounds different. And there was a voice mod for Bayo 2 as well, where basically what it was that it was a voice mod that basically has the same voice clips from Smash, but the Bayo 2 versions of them, which I think sound better, because they sound a bit more energetic, because I know they re-recorded lines and it's the same voice actor that they got for Smash, well, same voice actress, I should say, but I don't know why. I guess the direction made it, like, make her sound a bit more subdued, because she's a lot more, it feels like there's more energy and personality into the original lines. So, you know, I modded that in. And there's also not as much screaming when she gets hit and dies. But, yeah, pretty much. I think that's the story that I have to say with Bayonetta, although, I don't know, I'll be screaming even more if they reveal more info for that game. But, anyway, Sonic. So, I'm guessing the reason why Sonic says that I did it on 8.5 was because he was one of the characters I attempted to do it on 9.0 with, but I couldn't do it. Also, my teammates kind of carried me in this round, actually. This is the reason why I saved it, or I left this in, because the teammates are... Okay, well, Samus, I think, just offed herself. But these two, I mean, my teammates were the MVP here, because I was still trying to get a grasp of Sonic, because I'm like, wait, I haven't used him in forever, what do I do? And they're just going to town on these two, because Huh, okay. Also, the skin I'm using here for Sonic is the Supergirl Kel skin that I mentioned in an earlier part. This was another one of the skins that I made. Was this the first skin I made? I think so. I think this was the first skin I made. Because just to get a feel for it. Took me forever, but hey, you know, I think it came out good in the end. But, and I also have the Sonic Brawl voice mod because it's just the better voice between the two Smash games, and I'm sad that they still didn't record new lines for Ultimate. Because that's the thing, they got Jason Griffith to record brand new lines for Sonic for Brawl, but they didn't get Roger Craig Smith to record new lines for Sonic in Smash 4 or Ultimate, which is kind of saddening. There's no new Sonic remixes either, which I don't get why. You got freaking Sonic composers and Sega composers to do F-Zero, to do some other Nintendo stuff. I think even Mega Man, but no. Yeah, but no, none of the... Nothing else for Sonic. I do not understand. You know, it is what it is. And I guess I can say that Sonic is one of the main reasons why I got back into Smash, because Melee, when I played it with my cousins, was just, oh, one of those fun games that I could play with them, because I didn't have a GameCube growing up. And then by the time I got a Wii, I kind of completely forgot about it. It also didn't help that, my parents, for some reason, wouldn't let me buy GameCube games, even though I had a Wii. Because, you know, I was like, you know, I want to play Sonic Adventure 2, I want to play Mario Sunshine, Mario Kart Double Dash, and stuff like that. But my parents were like, no, you don't want those old games, you want to only buy the new stuff. Why would you want to buy old games? And I don't know why they wouldn't let me do it as a kid. Well, I mean, they were the ones paying for them. But I don't know why. I mean, if I wanted them, I don't know why they wouldn't let me do it. They were cheaper. They were cheaper than any new game I could have asked for. Because I was like, okay, I can ask for Sonic and the Black Knight, or you can get me like 5 GameCube games. And I don't understand the logic there. Well, whatever, that's how it was. And then eventually they caved. Like, by 2011 they caved and were just like, okay, fine. And so that's when I started. But, oh. Okay, there it goes. Vegas sort of just stopped. This poor laptop. Oh god. But anyway, what am I thinking of? But then by the time Brawl came out, when it was new, I mean, I would assume so, because I obviously don't know, because I wasn't paying attention to the hype cycle for Brawl at all. But when it was new, we were in Costa Rica at the time visiting family, because that's where my mom's side of the family all lives. And there was a billboard for Brawl, and I specifically remember it because, like, you know, I specifically remember that that was a billboard for Brawl because in my middle school game club, you know, I had my Wii set up, and you know, we had stuff like Mario Kart Wii, the Star Wars, the Clone Wars lightsaber dueling game, and some other multiplayer stuff. But then someone there was like, hey, I brought Smash Brothers Brawl. And I was just like, oh, okay, I remember playing a game like this with my cousins, and the box art was the same as the billboard, so I'm like, oh, okay, I remember this. I remember seeing this, and then I look at the back of the box and I see Sonic, and I'm like, what? What? I need to play this now. Put this in. And then I realized he wasn't unlocked, and I was like, worst game ever, 0 out of 10. But anyway, so, and then after that, he let me borrow the game for the weekend, so that way I could unlock everybody. And then that's just how I fell in love with Smash all over again. Or I guess for the first time, because Brawl, I mean, Melee was just kind of that game I played when I was 4 or 5. And, you know, I just had fun with my cousins. But, and I wouldn't get my own copy of Brawl until like 2013, not Brawl, Melee until 2013 because of the Wii U hype and all that. But when it came to Brawl, I got my own copy soon after that, and then just played it to death. And then that's how I fell into the series, and I kept up with all the hype for Smash 4, and now Ultimate. I never really had any doubts that Sonic wouldn't return for Wii U and Ultimate either. I mean, Ultimate was pretty much secured because I had this mindset, which has been true with one exception, but that one exception has a good reason for it, where I had this safe rule where for Smash characters where people speculate, oh, who's going to be returning? My rule was, if they've been in 2 Smash games, they're going to return. Which has been true so far. Even in special cases like Dr. Mario, where he skipped Brawl, but came back for Smash 4. He's in Ultimate now, but that's just kind of the gimmick. But I'm pretty sure it's a safe assumption that if they've been in 2 games, they're going to return. The only exception to that rule, where a character has not been in 2 Smash games and they didn't return, well, a character has been in 2 Smash games and they didn't return, was Ice Climbers, but that was technical reasons. Again, blame the 3DS for that. I lost my favorite characters because of freaking 3DS. It's another thing to just blame it for. Blame it for hindering this game for what it could have been. But, what's it? But yeah, Ice Climbers were my favorite character and still kind of are. Because they were my favorite when I played Melee, because I was like, whoa, I'm controlling 2 characters. Because, I mean, my cousins had more playtime with the game, and they weren't the best, but they were still much better than me, because I was a 5-year-old playing Melee. What was I going to do? But I just remember loving the Ice Climbers, because I was just like, whoa, I'm controlling 2 people. I'm so much better than you guys, because I can control 2 people. You guys only control 1. I mean, that was my mindset back then. But then, you know, I still loved them through Brawl, and I missed them in Smash 4, and I'm happy that they're back. But, I mean, yeah, like, pretty much every other instance has been, like, even with the case of DLC, like, if they have appeared in 2 Smash games, if they're the original 12, or they've appeared in 2 Smash games, they're going to return. That's basically the rule that you can go with. And, I mean, it hasn't been wrong. I mean, Ice Climbers is the only exception, but that has a good reason for being wrong. But besides that, that's pretty much... I don't know, that's the end of that story, so... Oh boy. Sonic. We're almost done. With this, I mean, as soon as I destroy this orb... I should mention this. It's only happened to me once on 3DS. And I think it was just because I was messing around too much. It wasn't out of curiosity. I know that, but... If you leave the orb alone for too long... I completely forget what it looks like, so I won't even be able to describe it. But if you leave the Smash core orb thing, the Master Core, if you leave the orb alone for too long and don't destroy it, well, if you don't destroy it for too long, I should say, it like gains sentience and does an instant kill move on you. Unavoidable. Again, I don't remember what it looks like. I can't even describe it if I tried, but that's just... I mean, I don't even know. It's just something I thought I could brought up because it was just something I remembered right now, so... Yeah, that's that. Look at that, we cleared Classic with 7.0 with all the characters. We got the Regal Crown, and that unlock all the custom headgear. Collect all the custom headgear. I can't speak anymore. But, you know, those are 2 challenges down. And like I said, these were recorded out of order, so... I forget what those other 2 challenges are, but hey, all that's left to do now is... clear All-Star with everybody. And who is left? Well, none other than Sonic. Sonic is the last character we need in order to finish off this thing, and we also got a couple of milestones here too. But before we go into clearing All-Star with Sonic, he is going to help us finish one last challenge here, where basically the name of this challenge is Clear 10-Man Smash with every character. I don't think there's a time limit. I think if anything, it's clear 10-man Smash with every character under, let's say, 10 seconds or something. Clear 10-man Smash with every character under 10 seconds. I'm not sure if that's what it is. It's probably just clear 10-man Smash with every character. But, because, I mean, 10 seconds would be impossible. But, it's probably just clear 10-man Smash with every character. And I did all this off screen except for Sonic. Sonic was the last character that I needed to do for this challenge. However, I recorded this super early on. And so when you look at the challenge board here, yeah. It looks very strange, like I said, way out of order. Yeah, oh, within 25 seconds with every character. That's what it was. So there we go. Sonic helped us with one last challenge. However, I should mention that Sonic's specific character challenge is clear 100-man Smash within 3 minutes. which that one of course I already did it. So, all that's left to do is go on All-Star with everybody, and look at that, we also did it with everyone on hard. We're almost there. I'm not sure why Meta Knight's score was so abysmally low, but I don't know, I guess I just didn't hit as many opponents because I just did forward smashes, but I have no idea why that's the case with him, but whatever. Let's get into this. It's the last run of All-Star we ever need to do in this game, and the last I probably ever need to touch it seriously. Oh boy. In Sonic Strategy, I mean, nothing really cool in particular happened, so it was just C-Stick Warrior. Again, just go with that, you'll do fine. Oh boy. Also, walk-offs are great, because then you can just do this over and over. Whew. Also, I guess since this stage is on screen, there's something that I was always curious about that Ultimate confirmed, because Ultimate has those little blast zone windows that let you know how close you are to the blast zone, but it also gives off this shape of the stage. And for this stage, there's another stage like this, but for this stage in particular, since the gravity is so weird, it gives you like this curved trapezoid hitbox, because and it was something I've always wondered about, where because the stage obviously isn't a box. I was wondering if it was like a circular trapezoid shape, where it's like that the blast zones are at angles, and Ultimate confirmed that it was. It was something that I've always thought about, but you know, Ultimate confirmed that it actually is like that. So that is something to keep in mind with the stage. That's probably why it isn't legal. It's because of the weird blast zones, and because walk-offs, of course. Walk-offs are probably the main reason why this stage isn't used, even though it's completely hazardless. Which is understandable, because it just encourages camping and cheap tactics. Whew. Yeah, it's been a while since I've used Sonic, because I've definitely been playing a lot more of Martha Lucina and Pac-Man in recent times, especially with friends. Whew. And also a blessing that we got this stage, because even though I was slightly afraid, you know, you can literally just backthrow people and they're dead. Kind of an anticlimactic end, but an end nonetheless. Because, oh my god, this is the last round of the last time we need to do this godforsaken repetitive mode, and we're done. Every character, every trophy, every challenge. Oh god. Whew. And luckily I did finish it before Ultimate came out, because, I mean, in terms of gameplay, I knew I would never do it. But for you guys, you won't have to watch this past Friday, hopefully. Assuming nothing happens to Vegas or my laptop. Look at that. That's a pretty nice trophy. It's probably the same exact trophy as Brawl, but... oh boy. And look at them. I mean, you can barely even see half of them, because they're either too small or obscured by everything else, but look at all those All-Star trophies. All 58 of them. Actually, that makes me wonder if Ryu technically had, or if they thought about giving Ryu 2 Final Smash trophies, because he has 2 Final Smashes. Now that I think about it, but there is only one. That is only one. They wouldn't make you do it twice for Ryu. Oh boy. We're done. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I did it. You guys just watched, and I thank you all for watching. And with that, boom, we're done. We got Saki Amamiya from Sin and Punishment, I believe. That's the final trophy, the final challenge. Complete. And for completing the challenge board, you get 2 million gold, which you can use on anything you want, but you won't need it anymore because you've done everything at this point, unless you really like Crazy Orders. Or Trophy Rush. What else needs coins? Or I guess doing classic mode again, but if you already did all the challenges, then you already did it on 9.0, so there's no reason to go back to it. Woo! Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's everything, guys. That's every last challenge. Not a single hammer used. which was mostly just me being stubborn, because I probably could have used it on at least 2 challenges. But, oh my goodness. This was a ride. I mean, this game, I love it dearly. I mean, I'm so excited for Ultimate, and I'm not necessarily. Don't take this as I'm happy to ditch this game, but I'm just happy to ditch the Wii U. I mean, the Wii U can stay on the shelf because I don't have to take it in my backpack everywhere for my setup to play with people, because the game room's copy of Smash broke. And so I would always bring mine, but we would always use mine anyway because it has mods. And we could always mess around, have more fun, use the skins, stuff like that. But, I'm just happy that I won't have to carry around that big piece of junk all over the place anymore. You can finally stay home. All I have to do is carry the Switch around. I have a specific messenger bag for the Switch. It's much lighter, it's easier to carry around, it's easier to set up. There's technically less wires because you don't have to worry about a gamepad. And oh boy, I'm so excited, guys. It's less than 24 hours away. I mean, it's more than 24 hours for me because I won't be getting my copy until noon at the earliest, because I pre-ordered it from Best Buy, because GCU is wonderful, 20% off. And plus, they also give you a $10 reward certificate for pre-ordering. They give you a collectible coin. The amiibo are 20% off as well if you have GCU. It's an amazing deal money-wise. And Best Buy doesn't open till 10, but I have a final tomorrow on Friday, so I have to take that one test, and then as soon as I'm out, I can go to Best Buy around noonish and pick it up, and then come home and do that stream. I'm going to be doing a test stream later today, actually. I mean, by the time you see this, it'll be yesterday. And by the time you see this, I'll probably be streaming Smash Ultimate right now. Or done, or something, I don't know. But basically, I will be streaming. I will try to hopefully... I mean, if the stream doesn't end up working out, it'll be a recording, and it'll be on YouTube. But, whew. Goodbye, Smash 4. You were fun until the last few months when I had to deal with this single-player madness. But Ultimate is going to be so much better. I'm so looking forward to Ultimate. And then I can... oh my goodness. Look at this. Collected all the trophies, did all the challenges. I forget what the first one said. Oh, cleared All-Star with everybody. But yeah. Ultimate is among us, ladies and gentlemen. Some people have gotten early copies, some people have pirated it. But always support the game, folks. Buy the game, support it. And I'll see you on the battlefield. I thank you all for watching this series, especially if you're watching this after Ultimate came out. But, oh boy. I mean, I really appreciate you guys watching this series all the way to the end if you've been here since the beginning. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. I hope to do that by the end of the year. And here's to hopefully more YouTube to come, and then my track record will get better, because I know that my track record has been pathetic and super inconsistent. But hopefully I can get better at that, and I can balance college life with this, and just get more content out in general. I mean, technically I have Brawl content on my channel, and then there's less Brawl content than there is Smash 4 content, but Ultimate is where I'll definitely be uploading more and more of, especially most of the classic mode, since that's basically its entirely own beast. So hopefully things will turn up in the future for my YouTube channel. I hope to be uploading more. I hope you guys will continue watching me. I thank everyone who has been watching me in my super inconsistentness, but I thank every single one of you for sticking with me to the end of this. And the frustration is over. The stress is done. I just have to worry about tests and Ultimate and streams. The biggest project is done. And with that, I shall sign off on this series. In terms of the replay rewinds, I'll get those up semi-frequently. Hopefully I'll be able to finish those off very soon, before the end of the year, hopefully, preferably. If they go into the first few weeks of January, then whatever. However, at this point I have nothing else to say, but I'll see you in Ultimate.